What's going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. I know everybody's off school and work tomorrow, right? We got big plans. Playing video games. Doing chores, getting stuff done. Working on this Rafa melee build using the mantra since this thing deals melee damage. Oh, there we go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Seeing if I can get a new shield that I just recently... I think maybe I knew about this, I just never really considered it because I never really cared too much about melee damage. But this thing just absolutely melts. And when you build around this melee damage, it's nasty. Why are you still alive? Yo, why are y'all still alive? Man, that ain't cool. Die. Seriously. Should not be alive. Thank you for following, Victor. Appreciate that. I play Borderlands. Working on a new Rafa build around this mantra, which you can get from Bloom Reaper. And it deals melee damage. Like the gun, when you shoot, deals melee damage. So I've never really cared too much about melee. But I figured since this thing deals melee damage, might as well build around it, right? So I'm here farming, what is this? This is the Vile Prototype for a shield that he drops that consumes armor segments, and when it consumes the armor segment, it deals something like an additional 100% melee damage. So while not great that it's, you know, consuming your armor, at the same time I figured if you're bossing, right, like, it's not too much of a big deal. Literally driving now, but when I park, me and my squad are pulling up heavy tier. I don't know what that even means. Are you a bot, Victor? You just said the same thing twice. I think you're a bot. In fact, I don't like that you're mentioning usernames, so I don't care if you're a bot or not. Get rid of those comments, shall we? All right. Yeah, so it was good, everybody. Let's see anything. Always looking for those crit knives now. I can't believe I actually let one go the other day. I was like, I never use it, but now all of it's like the thing I want to use, and it drives me nuts that I literally let one go. Gotta get the 100% fire rate. If I keep emptying my clip, eventually this thing it'll fire twice as fast. And you'll know it when it happens. Not yet. Come on. Not yet. There's only a 30% chance, so it doesn't happen all the time. Come on. Come on. There it is. And then just refill the ammo. And then that way I can go in, and once I pop my bullet buddy, I'm not consuming ammo, so I don't have to reload, which is when it would stop doing that fire rate. Oh crap, I didn't even buy it. Can't get back out, can I? sorry, I gotta go around. I was like, why isn't it saying anything? Alright, let's go back through. Do it right this time. Is this Jackson? Yes, this is Borderlands 4. Definitely is. I am currently trying to build around this mantra that I'm using because it deals melee damage, so I'm trying to build around melee damage. Got a bunch of things that I've already put in place. I'm just kind of working on a thing like, look at this thing, man. It's nuts. So I'm trying to farm a shield that this dude drops. I've already got one, but I'm trying to see what other versions of it I can get, like what traits it has and whatnot. So I've actually gotten two. So it's the heavyweight, right? So this is the flanking introverted heavyweight, and then loner sidestepping heavyweight, and spunky introverted heavyweight. So I guess I technically have three of them. So like this one, see, grants up to 10% movement speed, scaling with broken armor segments, and then knockback. This one also has knockback, but then spunky says grants up to 20% damage dealt, scaling with armor segments. And then this one, flanking, also with movement speed, but a higher amount of movement speed. But the reason I'm trying to build around this, I just started Borderlands today. Nice. Yeah, Verbish, did you just start Borderlands 4? Or like you talking about like from the very beginning, Borderlands 1? And I should preface this by saying I am not a like OG Borderlands player. This is really, Borderlands 4 is like the first game that got me into it. I started seeing all the advertisements for it and I was like, that looks cool, I'm going to play it, and fell in love with it. So now I actually went over the holidays. Steam had a deal for Borderlands 1, the pre-sequel, Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, and all the downloadable content that came with all of those games. An entire bundle for 90% off. It was over $400 something to begin with, but 90% off. I got it for like $18. So it was like, I couldn't pass it up. So I now have every Borderlands game that's ever been released and all the downloadable content for all of them. So I'm going to go back and start, and I've already started playing Borderlands 1, but I haven't gotten very far into it, but I'm going to start working back through the catalog, through the franchise, because there's a lot of lore and stuff that I've missed. You don't have to know it to play Borderlands 4, but I just want to go back and play them. Yeah, 4. Okay, sweet. What Vault Hunter are you using? So obviously I'm using Rafa here. I want to do I want to go and do a build with Vex and possibly even what's the Gravitar? Harlow. Eamon doesn't really appeal to me all that much. He's like a big tanker, you know. Siren. Okay, so Vex. You're using Vex then. Sweet. Yeah, that's kind of like the next one that I want to do, but I know that they're also supposed to be releasing Cash, which is a 5th Vault Hunter, sometime in Q1. So if they don't release him before I get around to my Vex build, or, moving on to Vex, then I'll probably start with Vex. But if they release him, I'll probably just move right on to Cash because it'll be new and interesting. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm building around this mantra. I've played it a lot. Jackson, same thing. Okay, cool. Thank you for following, Mike. Appreciate that. But yeah, as I was saying, just as an FYI, y'all, I'm working on building around this mantra because it has this. And by the way, you can get this gun if you're not aware from Bloom Reaper the Invincible, the big end game boss right now. This one I found is just absolutely goated. It has cryo and incendiary. It is a Malawan, so you can switch between the elements. They all come that way. But this one I feel like is a pretty good pairing. Cryo is good for it's normal damage on flesh, and it's really strong against armor. And then incendiary is like really strong on flesh. And those two combos I just see all over the map. So every once in a while you'll see like a order soldier or something with shield on it, and it'll still kind of do that, melt through that pretty good just because it does so much raw damage. I mean, 9,300 DPS. But the thing that made this one really special is the Ripper licensed magazine. So it shoots really, really fast. And then when you pair that with a Ripper enhancement like this, where it says 30% chance. So after you reload an empty magazine, there's a 30% chance to increase the magazine's fire rate by 100%. And so what I do is I'll sit here, right here, and I'll before I start farming a boss, I'll just sit here and just hold it in and fire. and just empty clip after clip after clip until it's got the fast fire rate. And then that way, when I activate my bullet buddy, when I'm in here, I'm not using ammo, and it just continuously shoots fast. Like, right, check this out. So I've already got it set up. I activated my action skill. Now when I press F, I can turn on a bullet buddy and not consume ammo. So now watch. Yeah. Yeah. This thing just absolutely melts. And so because it does melee damage, right? And so because you see its special attribute, legendary attribute is chakra, which deals melee damage. Because of that, I've been trying to like buff my melee damage and build around that. So I've got my skills set up to where I'm not going to go through like the entire tree. If anybody wants me to pull up the tree, I'd be happy to pull it up. But it's just kind of like buffing the melee damage stuff. Anything that was sort of melee damage, I'm buffing that. Same thing with specializations. I've started buffing runner, which does movement speed and melee damage. So I'm starting to buff that. I've got melee damage now benefits from increases the gun damage. So anything that would buff gun damage also buffs melee damage. But then on top of that, I have this legendary class mod, which buffs the action skill cooldown time across the top. The explosion with a grenade next to it where it says +2 is actually really great. It's so that gives me a chance with critical hits to spawn free grenades just by shooting people and getting crits. It spawns grenades, which is awesome. But then on top of that, you have Rafa's melee attacks gain a 10% critical hit chance. Critical hits with melee attacks restore 5% of action skill duration. So as I'm getting critical hits on enemies, it restores action skill. And then I have an additional 10% melee crit hit chance, and then plus 60% melee damage. And I'm building around the real big fist firmware, which also buffs melee damage. And then this enhancement has gun damage, so increases the gun damage, also increase melee damage. Remember that from the specializations. So because this buffs gun damage by 25%, that's going to add 25% more melee damage. Just damage on top of damage on top of damage all over the place. What's up, Fear? What's going on, man? Let's see, Verbish. I might need help or a decent area to farm. Yeah, so what sort of things are you looking for, Verbish? I know you said you just started playing, but like are there any like weapons or shields or class mods or anything specific you're looking to farm, or are you just looking for suggestions? I would say this, you probably want to go and get yourself a good bod. Like this is considered the most goated gun in the whole game. This version here is like what you want ideally. So it has the Dauntless secondary fire, consumes SMG ammo. That's the most ammo that you can carry is SMG ammo. You can get up to like 1,600 rounds or something. And it also makes your gun shoot faster. So when you switch to the SMG ammo, it shoots faster and you have more rounds. And then this one also has the Torg license sticky magazine. So it shoots the gyrojets that explode. They stick and then explode on reload. So when you're bossing, you can just load up a boss with a ton of these stickies and then they all blow up and it just stacks that 3% damage. But the bod you can get by farming axe maul. So if I just look at the map here real quick. Let's see, Verbish. Anything that can help me survive. Literally just bought the game. If anyone needs help, I'll carry. Hey, you've got Young Jess right there in the comments. Sweet. Maybe y'all can sync up. Still can't find a ceramic. Yeah, Ronan, dude, it took me like literal weeks upon weeks of just farming axe maul every day, anytime that I had a chance. Sometimes I'd sit down for 30 minutes. Sometimes I'd sit down for 3+ hours and just farm him constantly. And in that entire span of probably a good couple months of just farming him week after week, day after day, I ended up finding 2 ceramics. Well, technically 3. I got one. The first one that I got, the first ceramic, had the gyrojets that explode on impact. So it's not the sticky, but it was still really powerful. So I used that for a while. And then eventually I found 2 ceramics that do the stickies. But yeah, so Verbish, so if you want to farm axe maul to get yourself a bod, even a non-gyrojet like Torg magazine bod is still really, really powerful. So I would still highly recommend you go get yourself a bod because they shoot really fast. They do a lot of damage because every shot, it shoots 5 bullets and they each do. So when you look at the specs, they each do a significant amount of damage, right? So like this one's the sticky version. I don't have a non-sticky version in here, but you can see right in the middle where it says 463 by 5. So each one does 463 damage, and you multiply that by 5 because it's shooting 5 rounds with each shot. So even a non-sticky version is still something worth worth using if you don't have a ceramic one, which is the one that has the explosion, like the Torg magazine. So right here, so if I zoom all the way out, you probably haven't gotten to Axmal yet if you just got the game today, but eventually as you get there, and you can actually use the Moxie's Big Encore to farm him, I would highly recommend you do that. So right here is Axmal. So right in the middle of this, kind of right in the middle of the map. So in the top left of Dominion. So right there is Axmal. And then how to get to him is if you fast travel to this final Defiance, and then just go down and just kind of cut a left, and then there's an entrance right over here that takes you back into Axmal. So just kind of come around this way. And then once you're in there, you can just continue running him, just keep farming him, and get yourself a bod. Splash Zone. Yes, Splash Zone is like, that's like, Ronan, that's isn't that like the very first boss that you face in the entire game is Splash Zone? I think it is. And it is, because you can farm that so fast. The Big Encore machine is like right there. You don't have to use the what the heck is it called? The orb, the rift. You don't have to rift back and forth. Like you can just run in, take him out, run back to the machine, run in, take him out, run back to the machine. So it's a very fast farm. Awesome. Love it. Y'all are hooking up. Nice. Very cool. All right, so I'm gonna continue farming this dude. And so yeah, just as I was saying before, I'm trying to build around the melee damage. And what I found with this specific armor shield, the heavyweight, is its bare knuckle legendary like attribute. It says on melee hit, consumes an armor segment to grant plus 100 melee damage. When armor shield is empty, grants plus 50% melee damage. So no matter what, it's always buffing melee damage. But while I still have armor segments, it's gonna buff melee damage by 100%. And I was like, okay, I gotta build around that and see what I can do. So my all-time favorite shield is the Super Soldier, because it gives you faster movement, faster fire rate, and regens 1 ammo a second. But I was like, if I'm gonna build around this, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna activate it right now, and y'all will see what will happen here is when I'm shooting, you're gonna start. It's very loud when the armor segments break, and my whole screen like shakes. But it's supposed to be buffing my melee damage by 100%. My fire rate and speed is gonna slow down a little bit now because I took the Super Soldier shield off. But I'm gonna let those armor segments build up, and then we'll just we'll do a run with that and see how it goes. I've got a level 50 Rafa, and my build is about 90% complete. Nice. Yeah, Mr. Nobody. What do you like building around? Is it like melee damage? Is it some specific skill or a gun? So yeah, I'm trying to build around this melee damage right now myself. Okay, let me see if this is still firing fast. Yes, it is. All right. So I've lost the regen ammo with my Super Soldier, but that won't matter because I'm not gonna run out of ammo as long as I activate my action skill. So watch my armor segments. As I'm shooting this dude, you're gonna see them break. Ready? Here, watch. Oh, let's turn that on so I don't run out of ammo. Okay. See that? Oh, he got me. Oh, my shield broke. You gonna shoot gun? That might be dead. I think he got me. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no. See, that's the only thing with like when you're bossing like this. Like, I wanted to show y'all how that shield buffs the melee damage, but the problem there is that when you're bossing and it's not like almost like an insta kill, you're literally destroying your own shield, so they get an easy elim on you. So let's see if I can do it again. I'm gonna try it one more time. Let me buff my fire rate again. But I have a feeling this is not a great idea. Okay, there we go. This is not gonna be a great idea. Because this is a vial, dude, and I have to break all those crystals before I can even take him out. So we're gonna try again.
Hey, Rippers! Now it's a fight!
And there go all my shield. Okay, we got him that time. Oh, I have 28 health. He almost had me. Oh! Oh, I got a phosphine! I got a phosphine! Did y'all see that? I don't know what it is, but I got a phosphine. I got a shiny. We got a phosphine, y'all. Let's see, what is it? What is it? What is it? Get out of the way. Get out of the way! Oh, it's a pistol. The rangefinder. Ah. I don't use it, but hey, you know, that's cool. I got a phosphine. I'm not even farming phosphines. I was just looking for the shield. So that's cool. So yeah, that is the plan with this shield, but I'm hoping I can find one that has like more shield coverage, because this thing only does like 8,300 like total coverage, which I have buffed a little bit with specialization. So I've only got 9,306 in like total shield coverage, whereas with my super soldier I get like 20,000 plus. So it's crazy different. Which I'm gonna pop this back on here real quick, because just doing this farming here doesn't make sense to use a shield that's gonna take out all my actual armor. Let's see, which one am I doing? Yeah, that won't work. All right, let's see. Okay, still firing fast. I need to. Let's see. It's like a reward. Nice shiny. Yeah, I wasn't even farming the shinies. It just kind of happened. Let's see. Built around skill damage. Okay, sweet. And overdrive bonuses. Nice, nice. I pretty much two-shot everything. If I got second win, I get full health and armor back. Excellent. It's like a reward. I need the Chuck, then I'm off to other bosses. Oh, the Chuck shiny? Is that what you're talking about? Young Jest? Or are you just farming Chucks? I got a God Roll, Fireworks, Turtle Shield, where I get 14,000 shield plus my bonus 16,000. Dang. Have y'all seen this shield? So I was actually farming these shields from RJ for a while, because this thing is like, this thing is actually really, really great. So the super soldier is like my favorite one. You know what? I think I put them all in the vault because I stopped using it in favor of other shields, but it's called the Guardian Angel. Have y'all seen that one? Guardian, yeah. That's it right there. The Guardian Angel. That's literally the one. Yeah, the Rhythm. That's the one I was mentioning, is Guardian Angel. That one is like, it's kind of broken. Like, it restores so much health so fast. Like I have one that has over 16,000 total coverage of shield, and it restores almost 5,000 of that per second. And it has, and the delay in which it starts restoring is like 700 milliseconds. So like, it's like 0.7. So less than a second, it's going to start recovering almost 5,000 shield per second. So it's like, I take massive damage. Like, I will literally stand in a mob with that shield. I'll just stand there and they'll be shooting me and hitting me and meleeing me, and it'll knock my shield down and down and down. But as long as they don't hit me like within 700 milliseconds, it's like whoop. It totally fills the shield. It's crazy. But that's like its big thing, is it restores really fast. Plus it does give you, if you get knocked and you are eliminated, like you don't kill something in the time that you're knocked, it does give you one free second wind like every 300 seconds or something like that, which is actually really great. But so that, yeah, that is another great shield. I've found that with the super soldier, I've gotten so used to the additional fire rate, movement speed, and ammo regen with this shield. Anytime I switch to something else, I'm like, oh my god, my gun shoots so slow. Oh my gosh, I'm moving so slow. I hate it. So I've just kind of like gone all in with the super soldier, but I am starting to work on this heavyweight to see if I can build around that for the melee damage stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. hold still.
A little chili con carne.
Hey, there's the shield right there. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's see what this one is. Look at this. I got a back-to-back, man. This is my night, y'all. This is it. I got a phosphine, and then I got the shield I'm after. What's up, Jack? Let's see. What's up, Foxy? I finished the phosphines today. Nice, dude. Yeah, I haven't even tried to get... Oh, by the way, Jack, you missed... I got a phosphine just now. I'm not farming the phosphine. I'm actually farming the heavyweight shield here because it has its special attribute is it consumes armor segments but buffs melee damage by 100%. And I was like, okay, I want to add that to my melee build, and so I'm farming those things. But I just got a shiny, and it was a pistol. I don't even use pistols. It was this one here, the rangefinder. You can see it. It's got the shiny. Oh, I actually have two. I picked this one up earlier. I'm gonna probably just sell them, but I've already unlocked it though, so that's cool. Let's see, self-revive every 300 seconds. Yeah, the Guardian Angel does give you this a free second wind every 300 seconds, which is great. I have a few of those in my bank. I might try them out. Yeah, it does. Let's see. After the Hellwalker took me a week, I got the final 6 in 2 days. Nice. I can't believe you got all of them, dude. Dude, like, look at this. I have like maybe 5. I looked at it earlier today because I know you're like tracking down or you were tracking down like your last 1 or 2. And I've got like 5. I looked at it and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, 9% complete. Okay, so I got more than 5. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 of 69, and you have all of them now. Like, look at all these empty spaces. Dude, I can't believe you actually have all of them. That's insane. That's actually insane. Okay, let me look at the stats on this. So 8365. Are all of them that same shield coverage? I feel like all 4 that I have the exact same coverage. Do they not? Is there nothing that's more than that? Okay, no, I take that back. All the ones that I have now are 8226, so that one does have a little bit more coverage. 8365. Flanking grants up to 10% movement speed, scaling with armor segments. Spunky grants up to 20% damage dealt. Okay, so that kind of buffs the movement speed and damage dealt. So how does that compare to the other ones I have? Let me see. Okay, flanking and spunky. Knockback. Knocks enemies back and grants plus 30% movement speed for 5 seconds. Oh, that's cool. On armor segment break. So this one also has damage dealt. Flanking and knockback. Flanking and knockback. Seems like flanking and knockback are the popular ones. Let's see, flanking and spunky. Interesting. Okay. Let's see if we can find a better one. 65, 69 shinies until they fix Moxies and the purple app drops. That dude, hey, FYI, I think it's fixed. So there's a person on my Twitch right now, Jack, who has been farming shinies, and he said he now has all of them, right? Jack, you cannot get 4 of them, 65. Oh, okay, never mind, I take that back. I just saw your last message, Jack. So it seems like that dude, you're in the exact same spot that Jack is in. Yeah, so like those last 4 apparently you can't get. Oh, by the way, thank you for following. Appreciate that. Yep. Okay. I thought you said that, like, I thought you meant you literally had all of them, but apparently the last 4 are they bugged? Is that what's going on? I'm honestly not up on that because I haven't been farming the shiny. Got my bloody lumberjack on Thursday. Yeah, I know. I think probably lots of people went and got that because they did fix that. I know Jack, again, who's over on the Twitch, said he got his like the day that they patched it. I think that's what you sent. You sent something in the Discord. Maybe it was the day after. I can't remember, but it was very shortly after you said in the Discord they patched it. You're like, I got the shiny. God, this thing shoots so fast. I literally have a hard time. Whoa. What was that? Almost died after I eliminated him. St. Nicholas do. I have spent 27,000 iridium trying to get the Chuck phosphine. Oh my gosh. 2 are Moxie guns, 2 are Twitch drops. They're in the world pool, but no dedicated drop boss. They're supposed to be removing them from the challenge list. Oh, okay, okay. Thanks for the deets. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's one of those slippy things. I can't say. It is melee damage, so it's kind of funny. I'm not using this. I think this is such a silly grenade. I'm really hoping I get something with like at least over 10,000 coverage on this heavyweight shield. Because if so, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna build around this thing for my melee damage here. I'm absolutely in love with this gun. If y'all don't have a mantra, I'm telling you, you're missing out. And literally go farm Bloom Reaper, the big endgame boss, until you get one with the Ripper license magazine, because it shoots so much faster than the other ones. Oh my gosh, I've literally not used... Jack, I promise you, I have not used a single other gun since I got this gun. Like, I'm absolutely in love with this thing. It is so fun. Slippies are supposed to be meta with aim on... Yeah, and maybe that's like my issue. That dude is... Because I've been with Rafa, I've used Rafa like the entire time. Maybe it's more of like a Vault Hunter thing, and they're just better with aiming. I've just never really liked. They're kind of weird. That and the Scullies, like those things, you know. I don't know. I never really understood them. Woo! Nasty. It is nasty. Out on this boss, a laser shoots out after he drops. Oh, that dude. So that's what. So he's knocked me a couple times as I've been farming him after I eliminated him, and I was like, what shot me? He's dead. So I just saw your comment. Gotta watch out for this boss. A laser shoots out after he drops. So that's what it is. Okay, so after I drop him, I need to like move out of the way. That's what it is. You know, I'm using cryo. I think he's flesh, which this would actually make more sense. Incendiary. We'll see.
No use hiding now.
Once I get through the crystals. Yeah, once I get through the crystals, he's just flesh. So this should actually be better. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, there. Watch the laser. Oh, we got something. Let me see. Is that a shield? That's my shield. Let's see. What is it? Was it 8226 again? And spunky and knockback. It doesn't seem like this thing drops in many different configurations. I've only seen flanking, knockback, and spunky, and then almost every single one has 8226 like shield coverage. That's a bummer. Let's see, in my Vex, I'm all mantra. Nice. Are you digging it, Jack? The mantras? Where do you get the purple crit from the knife one? Are you talking about the crit knife? Purple blunts? Where do you get the purple crit from the knife one? So if you're asking where you can get a purple crit knife, the answer is literally anywhere. Any purples don't have like dedicated drops. They're world drops. They can drop from any badass or boss or any enemy that drops purples. So you can literally get it anywhere. Yeah, okay, you said yes, yes. So if you're looking for the crit knife, which is like what I'm using here, that has the penetrator augment. So damage to impact target has a 30% chance to be critical hit for 5 seconds. It used to be every hit was a crit, but now it's been dropped. It's been updated to only a 30% chance critical hit, but I still see a lot of crits happening. So I have this one, and then this one that Jack gave me here. No, not that one. This one, penetrator augment. So if you're looking for these, because they're purples and they're not legendaries, they are world drops. You can get them from any enemy that drops purples. So if you're farming a boss like I am, looking for a shield, and you are looking for crit knives, do 2 things. 1, look for any purples that drop. It can you can technically have the penetrator, I think, augment on a blue. It's just you have better chances on a purple. Don't quote me on that. That could be wrong, but I've never seen a blue one with the penetrator, but I guess that doesn't mean it's impossible. And then the other thing I would suggest is, after looking at all the loot that the boss drops, is check these red chests, because I have seen them spawn in red chests on the sides. So it would be like over here on the side. This is where like enhancements, class mods, and ordinances will show up on the sides. Yeah, you bet. No problem. I'm really hoping I get like a better roll of this shield. I was really hoping I could get one with at least 10,000 coverage, but maybe it doesn't exist. The highest I've seen so far is 8336. Laser, don't shoot me. You know, I'm always on that. I've been, yeah, Jack, do you remember on the stream the other day where I totally let that crit knife go over at Gen 1 when I was farming him? And then you jumped in and was gracious enough to jump in the game and loan me a crit knife. Ever since then, I've been slapping myself. Like, why did I not pick that up? Why did I not pick it up? So I went and spent a few hours farming. Yeah, you do remember, yeah. So ever since then, I've been slapping myself, and so I was like, I have to redeem myself, and I have to go farm until I find one. Well, I've spent like the last 3 days spending like 2+ hours a day just trying to farm different bosses, and like gosh, I'm gonna totally blank on the different areas. So I went here. Ripper, is this, what is Ripper Roadbirds? Is it, yeah, Ripper Roadbirds, because there's just a high density of enemies with that drop purples and loot. Like, you know, 3 runs here and the whole floor is covered with loot. So I went and tried that. Saw 30 different knives. None of them were crit knives. And then I spent probably 2 or 3 days back here at Gen 1, since I did see it spawn in that red chest right after you eliminate him. I was like, okay, so I know it can happen here. I'm gonna go farm him. Again, saw 30 knives. Not one was a crit knife. And then I went down here and I was farming the big encore for like all day today. The whole ground covered in loot. Must have seen at least 10, 15 knives, and none of them were crit knives. Do you know where I found the crit knife I have right now? I have one. I found one. This one here, Bloodthirst. It has the Bloodthirsty as well. So grenade lifesteal is increased by 16%. I found one. You know where I found one? By accident. I wasn't even looking for it. I was about to end my session and I was over here. Oh, I think I was at Gen 1, and I went and I was going to teleport back to here so that when I come back into the game, I'm at this safe house. It's just typically where I like to go, is this safe house. And you know what happened is, when I was teleporting, I saw a Rift champion bubble right over here where all these badasses are, you know, at this little safe house, this little thing right here. Like, there's always a ton of them here. And I went over and I faced the Rift boss there, eliminated him, took out all the badasses. Nothing, right? I was looking at everything that dropped, didn't see any crit knives. Right back here, right here on the road, when I went over there, there were some order soldiers here that I passed. Or no, I take that back. There was right over here on the side, right here, there was one of those things that you have to like pull the canister out of the top and throw it in the front, and then it removes the force field and you can go in and there's a red chest. I opened the red chest, nothing there, but then, you know, there was like 4 order soldiers that spawned outside the door when you activate the chest. So I eliminated them. The last one that I eliminated dropped me a crit knife. That's where I found it. I was like, I eliminated him and he was one of the ones that had like the glowing trail on him. So I knew he was going to drop me a bunch of cash or iridium and a bunch of loot. So I was like, you know, he's gonna drop me a bunch of stuff. I wasn't even thinking about a crit knife. I saw him spitting out loot like crazy, cash like crazy, and I was like, all right, let me go collect all my cash and just see what he dropped. Bam, there it was, a crit knife. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I spent days and hours and hours and hours farming for this thing, and when I'm not even trying, the game's like, here you go, have a crit knife. That's how it works. Okay, get in there. Thank you. Alright, I want to see a good shield this time, my dude. Come on. Let's see. I think I found a good firmware farm. When I was farming the shinies at the Vile Experiments Vile TED, they dropped a lot of firmware and they're very quick to kill and farm. Nice. Red chests are the best for crit knives. Yeah, Evan, and that's where I saw one that I passed up the other day during the stream, and I have been kicking myself. I was like, why didn't I pick it up? It's like probably one of the hardest dang things to find because it doesn't have a dedicated drop. 3 Vile bosses. Oh, nice. Yeah, that I'll have to check that out. Vile TED. Oh, Vile TED. That was the weekly wildcard mission a while back, a few months back, that gave you the bod, a guaranteed bod. I must have run that mission 200 times, man, I'm telling you. The best bod that I got during that was one that has the rounds that explode on impact. But I was like, you know, it's better than the other ones I had, so I used that for a while, and finally went back and started farming Axe Ball and got me a regular sticky one. Oh, let's see, what the heck is that? That's not a shield. What is that? King's Gambit. Is that the same pistol? Just a different version? Let's see. Is that the same thing? This must be like one of his dedicated drops, or is this a different one? Oh, it is a different one. I think the range, yeah, the range fire has got to be his dedicated because I've gotten 2 from him and he dropped me the Phosphine. So this must just have been a world drop. King's Gambit. When shot, thrown gun ricochets projectiles to nearby enemies. That's weird. Have to sell some of these things. Oh, look what we got. Ha! Look what I just found. Who was asking about the crit knife? Who was that? Let's see. Who was asking? That dude got my bloody lumberjack. Got to watch on the boss later. Slippies. There it is, Jack. I got another one. See, I'm not even trying, and the game's like, the game's just like throwing them at me now. But yeah, as whoever that was asking, I don't remember if it was TikTok or Twitch or where you were. But there you go. So that's exactly what I was saying is they can drop from any boss across the entire map, anywhere that drops purple. So any boss and like badasses that drop purples. So just always be looking, So if you are farming for something, and you're wanting to find crit knives too, and you're not necessarily like farming crit knives, just always be looking. Just look at the purples, because I didn't even notice that, and as I was just turning around, I was like, wait, that looks like a knife. Sure enough, another crit knife. Let's see, is this also the lifesteal? Is it this like the same as the one I have? Yeah, it's the exact same. Literally identical. The exact same thing. 16% lifesteal. Look at that. Bod from the mission. Yeah, Axmal is surely faster. Oh yeah, yeah. Axmal is definitely faster, for sure. The only reason I was doing the mission is because it definitely took a little while. It wasn't too long. I could, you know, after you kind of got used to it, you kind of knew how to run through it pretty quickly, and it was guaranteed. Every single run was guaranteed a bod. Whereas Axmal, you can run him 20 times and not get a bod. Like the chances are not, you know, kind of not in your favor. It's like 0.3% chance now to actually get a legendary. And that's not his only dedicated drop too. He also drops that throwing axe thing. So while you may get lucky and get, you know, decent drop rates, it's not guaranteed. So you could spend an hour and get 1 bod, whereas running that mission, I could run that mission, I don't know, 30 times in an hour, and maybe even more, and that's 30 bods guaranteed. So that's the reason I was doing the mission. Nothing that time. That's funny. I can't believe I just got another crit knife. The wild card mission was def better than Axmal at 3%. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was saying, Jack. Is like that's why I would do the mission, because you're guaranteed every time. So if it took 5 minutes to do that mission, which I don't even think it did, but maybe it did. You know, even if it took 5 minutes, you're guaranteed way more bods, you know, like per hour than trying to farm him. Or trying to farm them at Axwell. Uh-oh. Got me with something. Let's see, 100% is greater than 3%. It was 5 to 7 minutes with the unskippable dialogue. Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's exactly why. That, at least in my head, like, that made the most sense. It's like, if I'm gonna farm it and I know it's guaranteed from this mission, it's 100% chance every time I do it. Whereas, like I said, you could run Axe Maul for an hour and you might see 1, you know, 2. So it definitely made more sense to do it through the mission. All right, I'm gonna do this a couple more times, and if he doesn't give me a better shield, I'm gonna go do something else.
Que suerte! I brought enough for everyone.
Gotcha. Not getting me with that laser deal. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What the heck is that? Let's see. Hey Foxy, I'm gonna head out for the night. Have fun. Yeah, thanks for checking in, Evan. Have a good night, man. Can you send me a screenshot of your mantra later? Yes, I can, Jack. In fact, let me take the screenshot right now so I don't forget. All right, I got the screenshot. I'll send it to you in Discord as soon as I'm done. Axe Maul is a 3% drop on a bod. Yeah, 3% drop versus running the mission, which was a 100% drop. So that's where my logic was. Is like, if I'm gonna farm it, I'm gonna do it through the mission, even if it takes longer. It's 100%. You know, so like the number of bods that I'm gonna be farming per hour was far greater, guaranteed with the mission than through Axe Maul. But that's not a thing anymore. So if you want a bod, you gotta farm Axe Maul now. God, I can't even see him. This thing shoots so fast. He's putting out so many bullets, I can't even see him. Just kind of quickly scan and see if I see any more crit knives. Nope. But you can cheese him with 2 if you stand by the... Oh, wait. And wipe him in seconds. Yeah, Shadow, thank you for following. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, no, that dude, I can absolutely farm Axe Maul like really fast. He's a very quick farm. No doubt about it. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time. Last one. If he doesn't give me another shield, I'm gonna go. Let's go do something else.
To what do I owe this splendor?
True. Nothing. Yeah, let's see. I was curious about the firmware. All right. Don't see. All right, let's go. I'm gonna check this red chest. Let's go do something else. There's that bug, Jack. There's that bug you were asking me about the other day. You see how on my mini map, you see the legendary star on my mini map, and it's there because that slippy grenade was in the red chest and I didn't grab it. It's like if you leave something in the chest at any point, that marker on the mini map stays there forever. It's annoying. All right. I hate that song. Yeah, no, I hate it too. And I totally forgot about it when I saw the Slippy. I should have grabbed the Slippy and sold it. All right, y'all. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? You know, let's go back and let's do the big encore again. I was doing it earlier to see if I could possibly get lucky and get a shiny. I don't have, is it the, so they have they dropped the Chuck. No, there was something else I saw there. I can't remember. Let's see. The other way.
Don't look up, don't look up, don't look up.
Bloody Lumberjack for sure works. I fear the shiny Chuck might still be bugged there. Oh, okay. Oh, Bloody Lumberjack. Yeah, that's the other one. I knew I had seen another one that they dropped a couple times. It's a Bloody Lumberjack. Maybe I can get lucky and get that one. I have not seen anyone post that they've gotten a shiny Chuck from Foundry Freaks. Okay. Yeah, so that one might still be bugged. I did see them drop a few Chucks, but I'd never used that. I got it. I remember when I first got it, had never heard about it, and I picked it up. I was like, a Chuck? What the heck is this? And I remember picking it up and trying to like scope with it and shoot, and he just threw it, and I was like, what the heck? What am I missing? Why is he throwing the gun? It took me a minute to realize like it's just basically a silly like fancy grenade. Snipers at? There you are. It's hot in here, hang on. Just realized it feels like it's like 90 degrees in here. Sweating. Oh my goodness. If you build an entire Tadior build around the Chuck, it wrecks. Really? Yeah, I just like... I remember seeing it, like I said, I remember seeing it the first time I was using it, and I was like, this is silly. But I guess if, you know, you could... Like, I actually did see one that had a few Tadior attributes added onto it, where... It was like, you know, not only does the Chuck explode on impact, but it was like it would spawn additional, like grenades or explosions off of it. So I'm sure there's probably ways to just really buff it. You can get a roll that throws an extra homing Chuck. Oh, dude, that's cool. You know what makes me... So with Rafa, the Grenazerker, does that count? So the Grenazerker, its special legendary attribute is... any Tadior thrown gun or ordnance, like grenade that Rafa throws, he throws an additional one. So would it technically throw 2 guns? Up to 4 Chuck. Only one way to find out. Well, if they drop me a Chuck, I'm gonna activate my Grenazerker and grab it and see if it actually throws 2. That dude over on TikTok says up to 4 Chucks, so it seems like that might be the case. We're gonna up the Chucks. Up Chuck. Okay, get off me with that bomb. Things get... This is a fun farm, but dude, things here get so chaotic so fast. Once these dudes spawn, it just gets absolutely insane. And I actually thought I like to keep this on cryo because these dudes come out with armor. Like, they have flesh, but they also have a layer of armor. And the cryo is really strong against armor. Oh, okay, so he's invincible. Now, see, now I gotta switch to my Rainmaker and melt him. Woo! He blew up. Holy crap. Let's get rid of that. Oh, Jack, I wanted to tell you, I've been playing with the different firmwares, and the one that I'm using now, or I'd have to check. I think that the highest one, the level 3 I have of the firmwares I have now is high caliber, where the bullets pierce enemies, and that actually busts the heck out of every gun. Like, it makes the gun damage so much stronger. I didn't think that having like the piercing bullets would actually make the gun damage stronger. It would just pierce them, but it absolutely 100% makes the gun stronger. Yeah, you see how they come out with armor? The cryo melts that pretty fast. And it's still strong against flesh. Let's get rid of you. Okay. But then the other thing I wanted to tell you is I forget what it's called. The fist or something? Yeah, you see how that just melted him? Like, dude, really? Come on, fire gun. Fire gun. That's the only thing I don't like about these Ripper guns. Oh. Is you have to hold it, man. It's like, it feels, when you're in the thick of it like this, that time delay where you're holding it in and it's not firing feels like an eternity. But I think it's like Real Big Fist or something is the firmware, and it buffs your melee damage. But then the last level of it, the third level, it says it makes the enemies like on kill, like when you get a kill with melee damage, which of course if you're using a mantra, it's all melee damage. It makes the enemy burst for 200 plus melee damage. So when you're farming in not like when you're mobbing like this, when all the enemies are near each other, so if there's someone near him within a radius, a pretty big radius, and he burst, and with that, it would do 200 plus melee damage to anything or anyone around him. So I found, yeah, Action Fist. No, it's not Action Fist. I think it's the other one. It's this one. It's Real Big Fist. So this is the one. So Real Big Fist. So the first level says melee damage is increased by 25%. Level 2 is melee damage is increased by an additional 25%. So that buffs all your melee damage by 50%. The last level says melee kills trigger a Nova explosion for 200% melee damage. So when you kill someone and you've got that third level, which I'm about to switch to it right now so you can see it, when you eliminate someone, it does this Nova explosion that does 200% or 200% melee damage to anything in that Nova vicinity. It's pretty wild. So the reason I keep the high caliber on level 3 is because you saw how quick I eliminated all 3 of those, and that was the big encore. Like how, and this is only, you know, this is UVH1, so they are going to be fairly quick. But watch the difference here. When I remove the third level of this, which is bullets pierce enemies, watch how much like weaker or like less strong the bullets are against them. It's going to take a good bit more to eliminate them. Watch this. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So I have another. So this knife here is not a crit knife. I don't necessarily care, but let's see. I think I can switch. Let's see, do I have? I do have it in the heavyweight. I don't want to do the heavyweight though, because that ends up getting me killed real fast. Okay, this isn't a crit knife, but it's all right. It doesn't matter. So this one, okay, so now I have 3 on Real Big Fist and 2 on high caliber. So I no longer have bullets pierce enemies, but now I have the melee kills trigger a Nova explosion for 200+% melee damage. It is pretty wild. So watch, so you'll see him, this dude burst right here, watch. You see that Nova burst? Anything within that area that vicinity is gonna get hit with like 200+% melee damage, and it's really cool because you'll see a bunch of dudes that are like close to each other. You eliminate one and they all are dead. However, because of the you're doing less damage overall, like per shot, the actual bosses that come out of this take a good bit longer to kill. But let's do it anyways. Let's do it, and we'll show you. Just checking for any more crit nice. They didn't drop me any legendaries. As soon as I find a Chuck, I'm gonna pick it up and try the Grin of Zerker and see if it actually throws two, because now I'm very curious. All right.
Rippers! It's my get un poco loco!
So you see the burst? See that Nova burst? See that right there? You see that? That dude died from the Nova burst. I didn't shoot him, but he still died because of the burst. So when you're mobbing like this, it's actually really great. You see it, and it blew up that can right there because of the Nova burst. It's actually, I'm telling you, for mobbing, it's great. All right, see all these dudes right here? They're all near each other. Watch. Boom. Let's see if I can get a bit close enough. They're all a little too far away. Oh, see, got him in the air with the Nova burst. All right, we're gonna get them. Yep, got him. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So for mobbing like this, it can be dude, stop shooting me. It can be pretty handy. Just taking people out that are kind of near the other ones. You know, someone that you're shooting. So you see, he took damage, but I didn't shoot him. All right, here we go. Watch how much longer this is gonna take. All right, there's one. Ah, yes, the 100% fire rate. That's what I needed. Oh, that actually didn't take too long. I thought it would be longer than that. That wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all, actually. There's two legendaries over there, so I'm pretty sure one of those is going to be a Chuck. So we're about to see if the Grin of Zerker actually throws two. I love these cannons with the shooting the lasers like this. They do so much damage. They end up getting more kills than I do after I take out the bosses. Like, I'm running around trying to find the bosses. See, Jack Sparrow, thank you. That explains that. Oh, I must have missed something. Sethy Fool, thank you for following. Appreciate that. Zell and Hank are the one that drop the guns. Frank only drops the grenade. Oh, okay. Thank you for explaining. All right, let's go see if we got a Chuck, because I am very curious to see if the Grin of Zerker mod means I'm going to throw two of them. Let's see. Oh, look, I got three, but not. I got three, but none of them were a Chuck. So I got a shiny war paint. So on use grants 30% fire rate and 30% movement speed for 15 seconds. Ooh. Ooh. I think I already have a war paint, but you know, you can never have too many. I don't like this grenade. Does anybody use this grenade? You get one charge every 19 seconds. I know it's like it has this incessant, continuously homes in on a target, so it's funny. The first time I used it, it was you throw it at someone and it just like bam, 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 and it just keeps hitting them over and over and over again. But in a mob scenario like this, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think it's anything I'm gonna ever want. Oh no, I'm full. I gotta go sell some stuff. Also, let me throw some stuff in the bank. Oh wait, why do I have that? The heck did I pick that up? Wait, what? I have all this. We're picking that stuff up. All right, spending war point. Let's put this in the bank. I think I'm gonna need that either. That'll work for now. Hang on to this. All right, let's do it again. See if I can find a chuck this time. Drops on bosses if good, but it's worthless for mobs. Yeah, okay, well that makes sense. DPS, oh DPS, I thought you said drop. Yeah, DPS on bosses is good. Yeah, I mean it makes sense because it's just going to continuously home in on the target, so just continuously hitting them. So you're right, like the damage per second could be pretty good. But yeah, in mobs it's going to be totally worthless. It'll just be beating up one person while you still have a lot of other people. All right, let's see if I can get a chuck this time. Oh, the thing just launched me in the air. What's up, big dude? Hey, violence! This should be fun. You gotta love the commentary, man. You're a nasty little varmint, you know that? All right, watch the Nova. Right there. Got both of them. Hey, big dude. Oh, and look, he's invincible too, so I gotta pull this out. Bam! Loving the Nova. Yeah, and those knives, they ricochet. So even if you miss, it'll ricochet back and hit someone. Oh, goodness. I've made him angry now. Holy crap, who is shooting me? Okay. Where is everyone shooting me from? Oh, nice. I should... Now I'm going to have the fast fire rate. Ready? Because I don't think I reloaded. Oh, I did reload. Oh, well. It doesn't matter. They're dead. There it is. Give me a chuck. Give me a chuck. Literally nothing? Come on. Really didn't give me any... Nothing? Alright, let me see if I got any more. Nice. Let's see. You can for sure get Chuck Phosphine at practice though. I just literally haven't seen one single shiny Chuck posted from Foundry Freaks. Oh, okay. So you're saying you can't... You haven't seen it dropped from here, but there is another place you can get it? Alright, I'm gonna run it back again. I gotta do this now until I get a chuck because I really actually need to know if the Grenazerker mod is going to throw 2. Because if it does, that could actually be nasty. You have a homing replicating chuck? What? Dude, I'm telling you, the Ripper delay, it feels like an eternity. I hate it. This gun is fantastic, but I hate that you have to hold it in for it to fire. Where you at? Quit jumping around. All right, we're gonna get some Nova kills here. Ready? There's one. Oh no, he was too far away. It damaged him though. I see his health is low. Didn't get the kill. Double Chucks plus Grenazerker. Yeah, dude. So that'd be like 4 if it actually works, right? So if you have a replicating Chuck that ends up with 2 and you have a Grenazerker and it actually doubles it, like, are you literally throwing 4 Chucks? I think the game's pissed at me now. Like, there's a lot of people here right now. Holy crap. Got you. Got you. All right. All right, give me the Chuck. Oh no, the splash damage got me. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on. All right, we got him. Woo! Had to pull out the bod to save my behind. Oh my goodness. That's the only thing with this thing, is it does have splash damage, so if you end up shooting a wall right in front of you, you're gonna kill yourself. I don't think they dropped me anything though. Yeah, still nothing. Come on. Let's see. There are 2 damage rolls, one in the upper hundreds and one just above 1,000. Is this for the Chucks? Practice and Carcadia drop. Oh, okay. So there are a couple places you can get it apparently. Ah, I forgot to refill the ammo. Yeah, Chucks. Okay. I love that they're all close because this this Nova damage is taking out a lot of them. Or at least damaging them. Dude, shoot. See what I'm talking about? Oh, it still got me. You want damage roll of 1,103? Is that okay? So is that like the best damage? Or the highest damage that they roll? Really?
You must really want to keep that. I have a
They all dead already? Okay, they dropped something. Doesn't look like a Chuck though. Oh, look at it. 2 of them. It blew up. cannon's taking everybody out before I can. They should have made Chuck scale from melee and gun damage like Mantra. Yeah, no, for real. What weapon? Feel stupid for weapon. No, Julian, this the weapon I'm using is the Mantra. You can get this from Bloom Reaper the Invincible. This to me is like what I would consider a god roll of this, because it has the Ripper license magazine, which makes it shoot wicked fast. This is a shotgun. And so this one does over 9,300 DPS. So like you can see the stats on this, and it is a Malawan, so you can switch between the different elements. And this one has Cryo and Incendiary, which are of my two favorite ones. Of any elements that I want on it, like those would be my picks. The reload speed is a little slow, but it's bearable. And especially when you pair it with the right enhancement. So like this enhancement has a 30% chance on emptying your magazine to instantly refill the next magazine. So like I have seen it where I'll be holding it into fire and it will instantly refill and just keep firing and instantly refill and keep firing, almost like back to back a couple times. And then this enhancement also on reloading an empty magazine has a 30% chance to increase the magazine's fire rate by 100%. And when that happens, it doubles the fire rate, and it's just wicked fast. And then this enhancement also has gun reload speed is increased by 25%. So right there, that reduces it a little bit. New friend request. Nice. I'll get to that in just a little bit. Thank you, Nick. Nice, man. Thank you. Yeah. So like you can get all kinds of mantras, and I think I probably have others because I was farming Bloom Reaper for a while for mantras and Rainmakers. So this is the other thing you can get from him is the Rainmaker. This thing is nasty. I'll show you this one here in just a second. That it's a sniper rifle, but it shoots faster than any SMG that I have, except for maybe one. This SMG, I actually have one because I picked it up earlier. This one here, the Bloody Mad Lad, this thing shoots ridiculously fast. But this one here is 18 rounds a second. This SMG, and this is a sniper rifle. Keep in mind, 18 rounds a second for a sniper rifle. And this SMG is 22 rounds a second. And you look at these other ones, 6.7, 7.9. Like, and these are like the fastest shooting guns in the game, or SMGs. But this SMG just smokes them. Or, I mean, this sniper rifle. So the, let's see, shotgun. Let's see. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of mantras in here. I've got others in the bank. So like this one does 5,700 damage a second with Incendiary and Cryo again. This one has Corrosive and Radiation, 5,100 damage a second. This one does 5,500 damage a second. It has Incendiary and Shock. But notice none of them have the Ripper license magazine. So they fire at 2.7 rounds a second, 2.5 rounds a second, 2.3 rounds a second, right? So much, much, much slower. So like this one is the fastest shooting one, 2.7 rounds a second. I'm going to switch to this one just for a second and show you the difference. So this is 2.7 rounds a second. Julian, thank you for following. Appreciate that. So this is 2.7 rounds a second. Do you see how slow that is? Boom, 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 boom. I'm just holding it in. That's how fast it shoots. But when I saw this one drop with the Ripper license enhancement, and it did over 9,300 damage a second, I was like, okay, let me check this out. And then you hold this one in. It's absolutely nasty. And then what happens when you pair it with that Ripper license enhancement I was showing you? Check this out. I'm gonna hold it in and just let it deplete the magazine over and over, and you'll see what I'm talking about when it goes into that firing at 100% firing rate. So that's normal. Oh, you see it right there? It instantly refilled my magazine for me. Right there. There it is. That's the 100% fire rate. So it doesn't happen all the time. It's a 30% chance, but when it does, it just melts. Oh, another bloody lumberjack. Still no chucks. Of course, because I want them to drop a chuck now. They're not going to drop a chuck. I swear earlier, it's like the only thing they were giving me was chuck after chuck after chuck. Just kind of quickly eyeballing and see if I see any more crit knives. Don't see any. I'm gonna try it again. I gotta get a chuck, man. Come on. Let me do the ammo before I forget. All right, let's run it again. Yeah, man, so it gives me something to grind for when I get off work. Yeah, dude, Julie, absolutely. Yeah, and like I was saying, this is the Rainmaker. This is the sniper rifle I was telling you about. You can also get this from Bloom Reaper. And this thing is also nasty. As you can see. Right, so I'm gonna use this one for a minute, because this one's fun too. And because this is Ripper, that same enhancement does apply, so it can instantly refill the magazine, and it can make this gun, which already shoots wicked fast, shoot at even a plus 100% fire rate. And when that happens, it just sounds stupid. Just completely stupid. I'm actually going to use it till it happens. Because y'all got to hear it. Get off me. Not yet. Not yet. Are we sniping? Okay. Okay, why are there so many flying dudes? I still haven't heard the plus 100% fire rate. It still shoots really fast. Who was shooting me? Oh, you're over there. We sniping again? That big dude. Alright. Oh, almost killed himself. Come on. Come on. Start shooting. Thank you. Don't hide. Come on. Oh, they didn't drop me anything. They're really making me work for this. Shut. Come on. Ah, come on. Seriously didn't drop one? All right. Oops, nope, that's not what I want. Oops. No. That hurt. God, that feels like an eternity waiting for this thing to shoot. I hate it.
Now we're cooking with
Oh, who got me? Okay, what do you get me there? Maybe we gotta check this time? Maybe? God, there are so many dudes that spawn here. Still 2 more. Yes. Just got a chuck from them right now. You should get one. Have you checked? You got a chuck. Let's see. So, what the heck is this? A shield? Oh no, that's a grenade. I got another grenade. Really? I can't believe that they have not given me one single chuck yet. I was farming this earlier today, looking for crit knives, just because of the high loot density, and I had gotten at least like 3 chucks. This is crazy. Okay, refill the ammo. Now I'm committed. They're gonna give me a chuck. Everybody's over here. There we go. Y'all come, yeah, circle together so my Novas will take y'all out. Nice, nice. Nice. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, you can get back. Alright, that better be a chuck. Oh. Oh, heard something else. We got at least 2 chances. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What is that? Another lumberjack? Really? Another one? There's one more thing up here. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be— 3 of these grenades? A third one. So what have I gotten? Like 2 or 3 lumberjacks and 3 of the grenades? What is happening? What is happening? Gonna quickly peek and see if there's any crit knives. Can't believe I've gotten 3 of these grenades. Oh my goodness. All right. Do it again. Oh, somebody's got a bunch of iridium. Replicator, but no homing replicator. Oh, you talking about Chuck still? Replicator is 1224. Is that the damage, Jack? Yeah, oh god. Yeah, I figured you were responding to someone else. I was just trying to follow along. Love that Nova. Oh, they're already out? Okay. What's with all these dudes carrying the bombs, man?
Gotta start adding locations to the inbox.